everyone. Welcome to another episode of What's What BR. We've got some neighboring friends with us today. We have Katie Morris, who is from the Hammond Downtown Development District. Katie, how are things?
It's great. It looks like it's finally not raining for like 30 minutes. So it's probably going to rain this afternoon, but it looks good for now. So we're going to enjoy it over here.
It's killing me. The rain, this weather. It's my hobby is I fly airplanes, and I need decent weather to do that. And thunderstorms are not very conducive. So
That's probably the most important aspect of the whole thing is weather conditions. So
it's the last time I actually got to go. I flew over to Hammond just to kind of go see what was going on and just kind of putted around there a little bit. But it's either scalding hot or pouring down rain or humid, waiting for one of the others to start. It seems like these days. So
my grandma always used to say, in Louisiana, if they just wait a little bit, the weather will always change. Just wait 5 minutes.
yeah, I've heard something. Yeah, if you don't like the weather we're having, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. So so tell me, what do you do for anybody who doesn't know down at the downtown or Hammond downtown development district over there? What's happening with you?
I'm the assistant director at the Hammond Downtown Development District. Chelsea Tallow Little is our executive director. She couldn't be with us because she's actually attending a conference for the Louisiana Main Street in Baton Rouge, actually. So she's doing big things, which is why she can't be with us. But the Hammond Downtown Development District is a quasi-government agency. We were one of the first 4 main streets in the state of Louisiana. We're a nationally accredited main street. And to put it quite simply, we are here to make the downtown district of Hammond even better. We have a district boundary that's of about 65 to 70 blocks. And it's our job to keep it beautiful, but also bring in new businesses, have events, support arts, culture, and entertainment, do economic development. So anything that progresses downtown Hammond comes across our desks. And we're a proud staff of 3. We just recently hired another full-time employee for the first time in the history of the DDD. Her name's Michelle Kendall, and she is our community programming manager. So she will be in charge of the farmers market, which is a huge part of what we do downtown, and all of our community programming. So got a lot of girl power. We're small but mighty, and we really, really love what we do. All 3 of us live in Hammond, went to school here, and so we're really passionate about making it even better.
And y'all got some good things, big things going on down there. It's
A lot of big things. Anyone who has heard of us probably knows us for Hot August Night, which is our biggest event every year. And we are currently in the middle of planning that. It's August 27th. And the easiest way to put it, it's a huge downtown festival. We close down the downtown district to vehicular traffic. There's a stage with live music. Restaurants are open with specials. There's food specials. There's drink specials. Vendors are out selling things from booths. It's just one big fun block party from 5 o'clock to 10 p.m. in downtown Hammond. And last year we didn't get to have it for the pandemic, and it was sad because that was the 25th anniversary. It was supposed to be the 25th anniversary of that event. So we're making it bigger and better than ever before this year, simply because we couldn't do it in 2020. And we're really, really excited that it's happening. We've got Mark Broussard is our headlining musical act. I don't know if you're familiar with Mark Broussard. Yeah, he'll hit the stage at 8 o'clock. The Domino's will open for him. Every restaurant will have a drink special and a food special. And we also have a wine walk people can participate in. And those tickets will go on sale August 1st. So I'm really excited. This will be my first time to actually work this event instead of attending it. So say a few prayers for me, because it's a lot of work on our end, but people here love it. It's one of the most beloved events in the parish.
I can imagine. It's the pent up demand, that everyone's had, to be able to go out. I know some people that had a block party, over here in Baton Rouge, and what they thought was going to attend was like double, and that's how do you plan for, the unknown, and even though you've done it for so long, but that's, I've always heard about it. We've been out to it a couple times. It's, for me, it's a 30-minute drive. So it's a
Well,
real easy way to get in.
we would love to have you guys. Tell your friends. It's very walkable. Downtown Hammond, there's 30 restaurants and bars within walking distance. There's retail shops. It's really easy to get from one end to the other. But we've been trying to plan for it, and we've been in cooperation with like our city police chief, because we spoke to him and he said that Cinco de Mayo in May was the biggest he's ever seen. It was more people than he's ever seen since he's been on the job. And I think it's just like you said, people are just excited to do something. They don't care what it is. They just want to see other humans not in their home. They want it to be outside.
I talked to someone the other day and they said, I'm ready. They were like, I need a festival. And I was like, wait, which one do you want? Like, there's everything down here, a sugar festival, a weed festival, corn. Yeah. And he was like, I don't care. Just give me somewhere to go, that's not, as some of the places start to open, it's different than going to a movie. That's our culture down here. That's, walking the streets, walking the fields, getting out there. That's what makes us different, I think, as a culture down here, and, kind of everybody meets everybody. So I think the fact of putting it on, so many people know about it already. Hopefully we can get a lot more people to know about it, through this, show here, but it's worth a drive over if you're in the Baton Rouge area or come across the bridge, from New Orleans, but to get out there, like you said, it's a condensed in area. So you're not walking blocks and, blocks all over the place.
The most you'll walk is probably 5 blocks total. The stage is right smack dab in the middle of downtown, and everything kind of is around that. And it's very family friendly. There's always kids activities, and we'll also have that I didn't mention before. We partner with Southeastern Louisiana University, which Hammond is the home of SLU. And so we partner with their athletics department, and we have a parade with the football players and all the rest of the student athletes, the cheerleaders, the Lionettes come out, and we have a big pep rally in the middle of downtown before the music starts. There's an autograph session for kids to come meet their favorite athletes. There's really something for everybody. The kids get to have fun, and mom and dad get to go have some wine on the wine walk and go get some appetizers and hear some good music. And you really can't go wrong. And it, like you said, it is worth the drive. It's very easy to get to. We're right off the interstate, downtown Hammond. Just drive past that big mall, drive past the Chick-fil-A and the Taco Bell, and go down one more mile, and you're in historic downtown Hammond, where there's over 40 places to go eat, drink, and shop, all within walking distance.
That's amazing. Well, that's not the only thing you guys have got going on, over there. This, railroad park I've been reading about and hearing about. What's the status there?
So Chelsea and Michelle and I always joke that a lot of people think of us as kind of a event or party planning committee because Hot August Night is so popular, but we do other things like try to progress the downtown as a whole. And part of that is taking unused spaces, making public spaces better. And if you're not familiar with downtown Hammond specifically, it's the railroad tracks run right through downtown Hammond. And the Kate family historically was a very large part in establishing the city of Hammond, especially downtown Hammond. Well, there's a plot of land between our office and La Coretta, the restaurant, which a lot of people are familiar with. It's one of our most popular restaurants here in downtown Hammond. But there's about an area of land that's about a city block, and it's meant to be a public space. And right now it's really and truly not in the best shape that it could be in. It could be better. There's a monument on it that needs to be protected. There are live oak trees that need to be protected, and it's right next to the railroad tracks. And so we decided that we wanted to take this area that was always meant to be a public space because it was given to the city of Hammond by the Kate family, and it's in the deed that it's always supposed to be a public space. And so we want it to look better. And the goal is to make it a barrier-free, clean public space that provides protection from the train, but also is a place where people can come and sit and enjoy downtown Hammond. It will be another centrally located public park in the city of Hammond. And that really is the goal, is to take spaces that are underused or not used at all and really put them back into commerce or back to be able to be used by the public. And
You mentioned
go ahead.
you mentioned the train. That's still active, right?
Oh yeah,
It still runs because is that in downtown Hammond?
it
Where
right through downtown Hammond. So the train pretty much intersects east and west downtown Hammond. If you've ever heard of Thomas Street, the train runs right perpendicular through Thomas Street. And you might hear a train in this interview because our office is literally next to the railroad tracks. Our office was at one time a viewing station for the railroad track. And so the railroad is a huge part of Hammond's history. And at this time, there's really not anything that portrays that or displays that history. And so another aspect of Railroad Park will be a visual area where people can look at old photos that are on the bricks, and they can learn about the history of the railroad in Hammond, because this was kind of the connecting point between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. And, this was a huge hub of commerce many, many years ago. And
I can remember a good friend of mine, his sister was in school in Tennessee in college, and we'd ride and take her down to Hammond, and she'd catch the train to go up to Tennessee.
Yeah, there's still an active Amtrak station a block away. It's a really cool train station. It still looks the same. I mean, it's been, kept up and still structurally sound. It's beautiful, but there's a nice historic aspect to it. It still looks very similar to the way that it did 100 years ago. And so we want to pay tribute to the railroad, to the Kate family, but also provide a space that everyone can enjoy. Right now, the space is not barrier free. It is a bit unlevel in some spaces. And so that poses problems for folks who are in wheelchairs or have some other sort of physical disability. We want this to be completely barrier free, to where everybody can enjoy it and they would feel comfortable and safe bringing their children, that it is so close to the railroad tracks, and it would provide a complete barrier in front of the railroad tracks where people would feel safe to bring their children to the heart of downtown.
Yeah, sounds like a nice place in the fall to meet someone, to have a meeting, to sit down, get some Wi-Fi, have some coffee, run through a couple meetings.
And
I don't know if I'm gonna do it in August,
I wouldn't do. That's why we call that event Hot August Night, because it's the only thing we could think to call it, and it just stuck. So if you just accept that you're gonna sweat, you're gonna have fun. But we do have free Wi-Fi in downtown Hammond as well, and so this park would benefit all of the businesses surrounding it, because it would bring people who work in the offices. I'll go grab my lunch to go, and then I'll go sit in the park and have lunch with my friend and check some emails on the Wi-Fi while I'm sitting here and listen to the fountain and sit under the shade. And so it really would provide a public area in the middle of downtown that we currently don't have. We have Kate Square Park, which is a couple blocks away. We have Z Murray Park, which is a couple blocks away, but nothing in the heart of downtown itself. And this would give us that. Gotcha.
So where's the stage? Where are you guys right now? I've seen, I've been online, I've seen, some drawings and put in some different things, kind of what's next?
So actually it goes out to bid today. Actually, we're working with our architect, Roy Dufresh, and all of that, the construction bids go out today. So once we hear how everything goes today with the bids and what bids get accepted or what bids don't get accepted, then we will know the timeline of construction, when construction starts, things like that. We've already gotten in contract with Bayou Tree Services for a full protection plan for the 3 live oak trees that are in this area. This company takes care of all of the oak trees that are in City Park in New Orleans, a lot of places throughout the state. And we have a complete and total care plan for these trees, not only during the construction process, but for 10 years after. So once these bids come in today and the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, so to speak, we can let everyone know what the construction schedule will be. So if everything goes according to plan, we're hoping that within 5 to 6 months, we'll have a brand new park in downtown Hammond. That is the goal.
That'd be amazing. It's funny you mentioned those live oaks. I was talking to somebody, I don't know, maybe a year ago, and they were explaining to me how valuable these live oaks are. And I was like, really, it's a tree? And they were like, no, you don't understand. They're a really big deal. I said, fill me in. And the guy was telling me, he's like, I know people, they actually have them, like companies might have them, like they have them on their balance sheets, like the books, the value, and they insure them and they put, it's like, are you kidding me? He's like, no, people will actually, like pay to transplant and move these things. I was like, what? And he goes, no, he goes, it's people will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, to have a live oak, transplanted to their yard, at a house that they're building. I'm like, I had no idea.
So much about oak trees in the past 2 months because of Bayou Tree Service and David Benton, who we work with them. They're a lot smarter than me, and they're getting paid to take care of trees. And I'm glad that those are the people we're trusting them with, because they're beautiful and they're historic. And so we want to protect them. We don't want to build a park just for the sake of building a park. We want to take this space and make it better while still protecting the integrity of the live oak trees and the Stewart Monument that's on this property. So it's not just doing something to say we did it. It's really having a long-term plan and having best use for the space.
Well, I know you guys have worked on it forever, a lot longer, but yes. Since bids go out, I feel like I get to say I was kind of started. I heard about it in the very beginning. And so we'll have to have you come back on the show as you go through and maybe give us some timelines of what you find out when you know something. And then maybe we actually come out whenever it's done and we do a show live, from the park.
That would be great, because this is a very busy time, or a very busy place, especially on the weekends. Our farmers market is held here every Saturday. And once this park does get built, it will allow for more vendors to vend at the farmers market, more space. So that would be a perfect time for you guys to come check out the Hammond Farmers Market, get a fresh made croissant and some produce, and come hang out with us in downtown Hammond.
Absolutely.
That would be great. And we hope to see everybody at Hot August Night. You let us know when you want to come, and we'll put you on the list for the wine walk. You don't want to miss the wine walk. That's the best part.
That'll work. Well, I appreciate you taking some time to fill us in. I always tell everybody there's more important things to do than sit around and talk to me. So,
well, it's been quite pleasant. It's been a nice break than looking at my computer screen. So, I appreciate it.
Well, definitely. I mean it. Let's get you back. Talk about kind of where the status is. Make sure we get this out so everybody can see. And August 27th, right?
Correct.
27th, 5:00 it starts. 5 to 10.
And anybody who wants to know about Hot August Night or Railroad Park or any of the other 10 projects we have going on at any given time, just go to dddhammond.com. You can learn all about us there. Everything that we do, we put online for everybody to see, because we are a public entity. We are funded by taxpayer dollars. So we make sure that our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed. So anything you need to know about the DDD, go to dddhammond.com, and it's all there.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate all the work you're doing over there. Like you said, it's 3 of you over there, so it takes a lot for everybody. So we appreciate all of that.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Have a good day. Thank you.